Hey everybody, it's Kevin from 3D Printed Props, and in this video we're going to do an unboxing and a first look at the Monoprice SLA printer that cost $200. Well, I actually heard about this printer from Uncle Jesse over on his, no, it wasn't on his channel, it was a tweet. That he put out about this thing being $200 on Amazon, and he actually just had something in one of his Sunday updates with Uncle Jesse. You can take a look at that. And when he first tweeted it, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna get it," and it's just been sitting there, and I decided, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing done before summer happens and vacations and whatnot. And let's take a look at it. Let's see what we get. Box came really nice in one piece. Also, I got this in like 2 days. It's crazy. First thing we have here is a small thing of resin. It's 100 milliliters, so enough to do a test print today. So we got that. Stop, read this before unpackaging. So we've got an SD card, some Allen wrenches, some screws, and power adapter. We've got some handy desiccants, which we will throw in the trash. And let's get this guy out of here. Really nice and small. Again, I'm not going to be using this for really huge things, maybe some miniatures, and pretty neat. Now, there's no instructions that I see. I'm assuming they're on the SD card, but I actually printed them out from the website, and I'm going to go out to my briefcase and get those. So the instructions don't say anything about the tape and whatnot, but I'm going to assume that all that tape shouldn't be there. So I'm going to just go ahead and remove that. Okay, well that took a lot more than I thought it was going to take to get that off. Nice piece of hardy board. I like to use for molds. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so with the tape off, let's take a look at the build plate. Now this is actually held on by magnets, which is kind of interesting. So we can just pop it off. And it's got, 4 of those neodyme or neodyme, however you say it, magnets. Plastic for the outer shell and a metal build plate. And again, snaps right in with magnets. Then we have, okay, so what I'm going to do is for the build plate, I see what these little screws here are for. You can remove the build plate hex screws. Those are long. And then once those are removed, you can use these thumb screws that they gave you, so when you want to take this apart and clean it or whatnot, you don't have to always find an Allen wrench. So that's kind of neat. So let's just screw those back in. I like that. That's a handy. So finger tight. And there we go. So let's go ahead and plug this guy in and let's get a test print going right off the bat. Okay, so just crawled into my desk and plugged it in. You can see it's starting up here. I'm actually going to take the little protection thing off, because why not? And we've got a message. To connect to Wi-Fi, please check that in the browser. I'm going to do that later in another video. I just want to just print something, see if I can do it. Okay, so it's plugged in. I'm going to put in the mini SD. It goes right over here. I never put it in the right way. So there we go. It's in there now. we're going to put on some rubber gloves. And again, I want to just do a quick print right out of the box, literally, and see what happens with their model. And then we'll do further reviews and sort of prints as we go. So we have, again, some resin. This is a rapid UV, and I believe it is transparent. Gloves. Always wear gloves. I wear glasses, so I don't need eye protection, but you should also wear eye protection. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put some resin in the reservoir. And of course you want to wear gloves at all times when you're doing this. And there's hardly anything in here, so I'm just going to go ahead and pour it all in. Then it is time to put the base back on, and there you can see those 4 magnets, the build plate. Whoop, they caught on the first 2 and out there. And there we go. Now we're going to come down here to control, home, you can see now it's homing it. See, the Z was moving it up and down. And this is interesting. Once it homes it, there's a little dial up here that's got a lock and an unlock. And once it does its homing, it locks it. So now it is, it's all set. It's all homed. So let's go back out. Oh, I keep doing that. It's not a touch screen. It looks like one. Back out. I'm going to go to print, hit the center button, and we've got Pig 2, and Pig 3. I don't know what any of these are. I'm assuming they're pigs. But I'm going to hit Pig 3, and I'm going to hit print. And now our little dialog box has got an exclamation mark, and it says print Pig 3, and I'm going to say OK. And there we go. It is printing. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Help with some of the, it's not a strong smell, but I'm going to go ahead and close it anyway. And let me show you the screen. So as you can see here, the display is pretty sharp. And we've got the base cure time, the cure time, and the raise distance. We can also pause the print if we want. And it gives us a reading how high we are with the height. And we can hit a cancel. Now the ETA is 2 hours and 40. Now the ETA time to finish the print up is 2 hours and 44 minutes. So we're just gonna let that thing go ahead and do its thing and see what happens when it is finished. Really excited about this. So far, this has been a super easy process.
All right, there you go. Just a few minutes over what it said it was going to be. I've gone ahead and put my gloves on because, again, this stuff will hurt your skin. And I put a little piece of cardboard down in case I make a mess taking it off. So far, by looking at it, it looks super cool. Release the magnets and drop the build plate into the vat. I'm glad I put that down. But wow, look how sharp those look. Now what I need to do is wash those off in alcohol. I'm going to be having more videos on post-processing cleanup in the future, but what I did was I went ahead and soaked the things in alcohol and cleaned up the vat and the build plate. Now if you are looking at picking one of these up or you're curious about it, links in the description to Amazon. It's an affiliate link, and you can pick one of these up. They're so far, you know, I just literally turned it on, put the card in, put the vat, the resin in, and look at the prints. So look for more videos on this in the future. Super excited. Just a neat little printer. And for $200 so far, I don't see where you can go wrong.